Blood demon. I wander through the realm of darkness. Since the beginning of eternity, although it is not entirely true. Time is a creation of the human species. The divine creation did not grant you time itself. But let us shed new light on the beginning. At first, there was sheer darkness. And the Lord said, "Let there be light." And he saw with joy that it was good. What he hadn't planned, however, was that by inviting the light, he had also invited the shadows to dance. Countless years passed by me. I was lonely and hungry, all by myself. According to your timekeeping, countless years passed, and I existed, lonely and with a growling stomach. Before I ventured into the cool waters and revealed the secret of the first life. It wasn't the ultimate, but it was present. And for the first time in my presence, I could refresh myself with a sip. It wasn't enough to fill my stomach, but it eased my suffering. For centuries, I roamed through the waves, hunting every creature of creation and thirsting for the essence of life. The only thing that could satisfy my hunger. Over time, they took on monstrous proportions, and for the first time, I felt a sense of saturation. The red elixir of water dwellers may not be the most delicate choice, but it satisfies hunger. Further millennia passed by me as existence also spread over the rural fields. And so I followed in his footsteps. It was just a tiny sample at the beginning, but the taste experience surprised me all the more. The red elixir of the earth had a different note. It felt like a warm hug and tasted sweeter than honey. Gradually, the creatures on the landmasses grew to ever more impressive sizes, and finally, my thirst was quenched. Over the course of history, I have wiped out countless species without feeling even a spark of regret. If a species disappeared, nature always found a replacement in a new creation. I have been blessed on countless occasions until suddenly your kind took the stage. At first, I had doubts. You were of small stature yet at the same time of exquisite quality. I almost made a colossal blunder. I was completely intoxicated by you. But about 10,000 years ago, when I was on the verge of completely annihilating you, I felt doubt for the first time. What if I were to extinguish the last source of my lifeblood? You were just a group of a few hundred, and I had to control myself and turn to other food options again. But in the end, maintaining patience proved to be worthwhile. You are as unique as no other species. In a few years, you might recover, and then I could resume the hunt. And now I present myself to you. Let me present my life story to you. A fairy tale that will only find its end when light and darkness reunite and envelop me as well. By that time, I will have seen an almost endless variety of species. Some palates will delight in the improved taste, while others will be less pleased. Only hunger will not haunt me again in the foreseeable future. This is my fairy tale and, at the same time, my destiny. The immortal strives for the essence of life. I am a blood demon, a being born from the union of radiant light and dark gloom. Only when the darkness descends upon me will I find my end. This goal, my dear comrade, is still far away. Standing before you, I feel an insatiable thirst that always accompanies me. Do not be afraid. I have never caused undeserved suffering. I will merely enjoy your delicate, hot life juice. Not a single drop will go to waste. I gently guide you into the land of dreams, where sweet thoughts caress you. May it comfort you to know that your existence will live on in me forever. As a blood demon, I have come to drive away and destroy your suffering and worries from this world. When my sight brushes your eyes, be assured that this will be the final sight you will catch. My constant and reliable companion is the Grim Reaper, who always stays by my side. The years went by, but my longing for relief remained unfulfilled. The people had evolved, their metropolises expanded, and their innovations became increasingly sophisticated. Despite all your achievements, they were merely trophies to me. On a dark night, when the blood-red moon shone high in the sky, the city was bathed in an eerie scarlet light. The shadows of the buildings appeared like ghostly figures that seemed to be watching me. A fresh breeze filled the air, an aroma that reminded me of the origins of my being. My heart began to race, and I knew something unusual was about to happen. The tension in the air was palpable, and I could hardly wait to see what would happen next. There was a scent of ancient blood in the air, intertwined with an essence I hadn't tasted on my tongue in ages. Following the enticing aroma, I strolled through the shadowy alleys of the city until I unexpectedly came across a mysterious figure cloaked in a dark, black cape. Her eyes glowed with a ghastly red, and I immediately realized that she was no ordinary mortal. "What form are you?" I asked with a trembling voice as a cold wind blew through the alley. The creature grinned and showed sharp, gleaming white fangs. "I am like you," she whispered. "A creature of darkness, a collector of the elixir of life. But I also represent a variety of facets. I am present to make you an offer." A battle raged within me between curious adventurousness and distrustful skepticism. "A quote?" "Absolutely," she replied. "An alliance. Together, we are capable of achieving more than we could ever accomplish alone. Just imagine what treasures we could conquer together." I hesitated for a moment. The temptation of a partnership was great, but I had always spent my existence in solitude. Why should I place my trust in your hands? The figure approached cautiously and placed an icy hand on my shoulder. "Since we collectively recognize that true strength lies in unity. Together, we could rule the earth and quench our longing for eternity."